hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot. For this pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what do the signs mean. These can be signs, symbols, synchronicities you are seeing in your day-to-day reality, in your meditations, in your dream state. You can use this reading however you see fit. And if you haven't even been seeing any signs, symbols, or synchronicities, that's okay. This can just be a reading regarding where you can shift your focus or pay attention to get some communication from spirit. So if you are new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1 with the sodalite, pile number 2 with the malachite, and pile number 3 with the bumblebee jasper. If more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. But please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, and your situations, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello, group number 1, or those of you who selected the sodalite crystal, this is going to be your message, the signs, symbols, synchronicities that Spirit is sending you, and what do they all mean? What do the signs mean? That is the question we are answering today. So we're going to go ahead and start with the oracle cards, and then we will get some additional guidance from our tarot as well. We have here the healing card, so true healing of the mind, body, and soul. So some of the signs you're getting, what is letting you know is that you are on a healing journey. You are doing a lot of healing right now. And some of the signs you might be seeing actually are some coins. But this is also letting you know there is a lot of good luck coming your way, especially with something you're wanting to create or begin or start in some capacity. Any area of life that you have a new beginning coming. As a result of all this healing you've done, you are getting a lot of inspiration for a new beginning. But all of that being said, we also have the yield card with the word patience. I like to call it the P word because it's not a very fun word to get, but you are being asked to have a little bit of patience because things are being woven behind the scenes that you don't quite understand or see yet. You might even be seeing a yield sign, even a stop sign for some of you, although that stop sign doesn't mean you have to stop forever. It just might be you stop for a moment to really, if you're at a four-way stop, you kind of analyze, okay, who stopped first? Okay, I'm next in the lineup. Okay, now I can go. That's what you're doing, just kind of taking a moment to get your bearings and figure out what your next steps are. So we also have here the number 3, which indicates this might quite possibly be something you're working on with other people or a collaboration, but it definitely involves some sort of creativity or a creative project or passion. Even if you deem yourself not very creative, just remember we are all, as humans, creator beings, and we are creating a life for ourselves, so that could be what this is pertaining to. All right, let's get some tarot in the mix. We're also going to do a little bit more with oracle cards and also the story cubes. Sometimes I forget. I'm really hoping I don't forget to do these story cubes this time. Let's see. Ooh, we have one here and one there. We've got the Empress card. So what do the signs mean? Again, with the creativity, the number 3 with the Empress. Yes, she is a number 3 herself. Yes, that wonderful Empress energy. And that's got a really big glare on it. My apologies. Let's move that to a better spot. How about right there? So yes, this is about creating or birthing quite possibly a new version of yourself, a new creative project, a child for some of you. I mean, that's absolutely valid and possible. But we also have the Hierophant. So the number 5 here. Wow, big changes are coming to the way that you creatively express yourself. I'm seeing a major up level with the throat chakra. You guys did use the sodalite to pick this pile. I'm just like, I'm so excited because the sodalite is the poet's stone. That's what they call it. So those of you who are my writers, my song lyricists, writers, whatever that looks like for you, book writers, blog writers, you guys are maybe even journal writers, but writing is going to be very important, but also just any form of communication. Writing is just one form of communication or self-expression, but any creative endeavor is a form of communication. You just talking to someone is a form of communication. You getting online is a form of communication. So you might be seeing some signs, symbols, and synchronicities while you are online or expressing yourself creatively in some capacity. But you might be breaking some traditional ways of doing things, because I'm almost seeing this as like a flipping the script, because the Hierophant is traditionally a masculine energy, but we have a female here, and she is like partially clothed here. So this to me is saying that you're kind of letting it all hang out, more figuratively speaking. I'm seeing more than literally, but letting it all hang out as far as just showing more vulnerability in your creative endeavors and your passions in life, and also in your communication and your relationships. This is a big thing here. All right. So what else does Group 1 need to know about these signs, symbols, synchronicities? What does it all mean? Help us figure it out. My aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. Wow. Look at this. So some of you might even be seeing auras. Maybe that is one of the signs you're seeing, is just kind of this color or almost haze or cloud around people or objects, and maybe even assigning a color, like synesthesia, assigning a color to a day of the week, like I always tend to do, or certain songs to me have a very certain color association where others have a completely different color association, even though they might be by the same artist or in the same genre. You guys might just be really tuning into your extrasensory perceptions as well, but you might be seeing a lot of rainbow symbols, a lot of, again, I'm seeing almost like coins here. And you got coins. So there's a lot of coin energy. I'm shocked, though, we didn't get the pentacle. But it makes sense, though, because you've got major arcana energy here, which is even more transformational than your run-of-the-mill cups, pentacles, wands, or swords. So you guys really are on this up-leveling, specifically, though, with your healing and evolving yourself. And now I got chills on my crown. So Spirit is definitely stepping up to say, hey, we are here to help. So even calling on Spirit and letting them know, hey, I need a little bit of help. But we have here the believing is seeing card. So some of you might not be seeing a lot of these signs or symbols yet, because it's maybe that you don't really believe in Spirit. Not to say that you don't believe it, but like maybe really deep down you even still question, like, am I connected to Spirit? Do I have spirit guides? Do I have a soul? You know, all the things we might quite possibly ask. But believing is going to help you start seeing rather than the other way around. So once you really tune in and start believing that your spirit guides are supporting you, that your higher self is coming online in even greater capacity, you're going to start seeing even more signs, symbols, and synchronicities out in your world and in your experience. Let's get any additional guidance that wants to come through. Ooh, we've got Sage here with purification. So it's very interesting because I mean, I do this for every reading, but I sage my space completely and my own energy completely before I even deal any cards on my table. I make this a very sacred and purified space before we get into any reading I do. Even over on my live stream, or if you book a personal reading with me, I always set intentions and purify the space. So you guys might be doing that. It's very clean slate energy, something you're really working to clarify, cleanse, purify. Specifically, if you're watching at the time of my posting, we are kind of closing out the end of 2022 and moving into 2023. If you have not checked it out already, I do have my 2023 reading already up and posted, so check it out. But we are seeing this collective shift of purification and then going deeper, because 2023 is a universal year number 7, which is about introspection, self-knowledge, really wanting to get into the nitty-gritty of our souls and the depths and really figure out what we need to do to start living our purpose. I mean, many of us are already living a lot of our purpose, but to really just tune even clearer and deeper into the purpose, that might be something you're doing. And we also have your fire with intensity. So some of you might be intensifying your purification with the use of fire. Candle magic, setting intentions, and then lighting your candle. This is something you can do if you actually have a stove or a fireplace to light. A lot of people will burn sage to purify the space, or incense, whatever this looks like for you. But you guys, you're turning up the heat on your healing journey. Maybe some of you are coming into this lull or just kind of pause or almost just a slowdown. Because a yield isn't a complete stop, but it is a bit of a slowdown. It's kind of a, I guess you would say, retrograde energy, because when we're asked to yield, we do kind of have to really look around and see, okay, what's really going on here before we just dive into the intersection, right? So that's what you're doing, is just the intensity is turning up for this introspection, to look within, to purify your own energy and the space around you, to really get the most of this healing that is coming in for you. And it's funny, I'm talking about universal year number 7 this whole time, and I'm not even adding up the 34 here, which adds up to 7, but then we have a 15, which of course adds up to 6. So from the 6 into the 7, through the fire and intensity of life, that phoenix will rise from the ashes, a new clean slate of purification to start something new. Very beautiful and very powerful message already coming through. All right, let's get some story cubes. I think we're going to do 3. There might be room for 3 of them on the little snowman up here. All right, so we have the apple here, which always reminds me of, you know, the Bible story, Adam and Eve, and the temptation, and it's very hilarious here. The ball bouncing. It's bouncing up. It's almost like you guys are throwing that temptation away, or getting rid of some sort of temptation and literally walking away with the footprint here. I love this. This is such a clear message for me to you guys, that you are throwing a lot of toxic bad habits away, toxic connections. You're just breaking your silence, breaking cycles, cutting cords or removing cords. Very soon I do have my cord removal meditation that will be available, most likely on Patreon, but also as an individual purchase if you would like to purchase that. It's going to be a very, very low price point, probably around $5, so you're not going to break the bank on that, but it's very powerful. It's so powerful that I have tried a few times to record it, and I want to get it just right for you guys. But wow, you guys are walking away from something. I'm really mostly seeing this as ways you operate in the world, ways you show up in the world, bad habits, limiting beliefs, things that just are no longer serving you, and you've known that for a while, but it just might have been difficult to finally make that leap or take that step forward. And we also have a sheep here that's kind of looking at me on the side. So maybe it's been hard for you to take that step forward or that leap because you didn't want people to judge you, or you didn't want to feel like a black sheep or kind of the odd man out. But now it's more uncomfortable, that's what I'm trying to say. It's more uncomfortable for you to stay this old version of yourself than it will be to move into this unknown, maybe new intensity that this purification process is bringing. But as you start seeing these signs, symbols, synchronicities, you're going to start believing, seeing the truth of who you are on a deeper level. And of course, believing is seeing, not the other way around like we've been, taught or we hear a lot. So that is your message, Group 1. Very powerful message that came through just right out of the gate for these readings today. So I'm just beyond excited to see what the other groups have. If they're anything close to what we got for you, this is buckle up energy for all of us on a collective level. Just so beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Please feel free to share below what you thought, any stories. I always love to hear from you guys. And at the time of my filming, we're nearing 800 subscribers. And when I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I am going to be paying it forward, giving back to you guys by selecting a comment. I'm going to be selecting comments on any of my pick a card readings. And I also remember I do have daily readings. That's not what I'm including in this, but feel free to still comment on the daily readings as well. But any of my pick a card readings, feel free to leave a related comment in that video to count as an entry into the giveaway. That's all you have to do besides also being a subscriber. And that will be coming very soon, hopefully, if we can get those next 200, and I think we're about 232 subscribers away at this point. So get yourself in on some of that action so you can win yourself a free reading. And I wanted to say thank you so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes,
your donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, Group 1, right here back at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys, bye!
Hello, group number 2. Those of you that selected the Malachite, this is going to be your message. So we kind of start here with the crystal. The Malachite crystal is really great for protection, and it is also really good for getting connected to your heart and being really centered in your heart and all of the connections you have with those that you love. So we also have here, and if I hadn't mentioned, of course, this is a pick a card reading letting you guys know what do the signs mean. The signs, symbols, synchronicities, and messages from the universe. We are decoding it as much as we can today. But we also have now the card, the triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. So as above, so below. You guys are really getting in tune with all of the facets of your beautiful crystalline makeup and who you are on all levels. We also have the succulence card with resilience And the knot card, relationships. So it's very funny. Spirit's showing me someone very frustrated trying to get a knot out of their shoe or a knot. One thing I was doing last night with my kids, we were setting up the Christmas tree, and one of the little yarn ties on one of the ornaments came undone, and I'm trying to tie it, and I just tied a knot, and then it almost became like a noose on my finger, and I'm trying to get the thing off, and I'm just kind of like getting frustrated with it, but then I'm like, no, this is fun. Let me just, get some patience, take a breath, and really focus on getting this knot off of my finger. And I did that, and, I didn't fall into this kind of frustrated energy. I just kind of hip checked myself, like, okay, wow, I'm feeling really frustrated right now. I'm about to snap, so I better just take a breath and focus on this knot, get it off my finger, and then I can move on with my day. It was just something very inconvenient and kind of annoying, nothing to really blow up about, but I was getting really mad about it. So that might be a sign when something's really starting to frustrate you, and you just kind of take a step back and think, why am I getting so worked up over this very minor inconvenience? Especially though, I'm seeing this in relationships. Maybe someone rubbing you the wrong way, or someone says something and you're just stewing on it like, oh, why did they say that? How could they be so rude? Don't they know that I blah, blah, blah? We can really go in these like mental spirals with things. So this is just asking you, because it is the relationships card, to not go down this like mental spiral specifically in your relationships, but also in your relationship with yourself. So some of the signs that are already coming out for me, for you guys, is the color red. The red is really prominent here in your reading. And of course, I'm seeing this kind of loop of the knot about to be tied, almost like a pretzel. So I don't know if pretzels mean anything to you, or if you see a pretzel, it could just let you know that you are getting a download from the universe. But with this succulents card, succulents are also another sign you could be seeing. And the resilience message here is that when we can really tune into the energy and just really feel the emotion that we're going through in any given moment, then we can allow it to pass through. It's a lot of times when we deny these emotions or think that we are these emotions that we can really get lost in the shuffle, or they can become trapped in our body and cause all sorts of chaos. So we also have here the numbers 35 and 38. 3 plus 5 is 8, taking action in your life. It's also about financial abundance, or being able to bring in more financial stability. Maybe getting into a relationship for some of you will increase that finance for you, or bring in more financial stability. Some of you might be getting financial stability through a relationship you are in, be it a significant other, a parent, a friend, a roommate, whatever this looks like. You're being benefited in some way, but also you might be benefiting someone else in your life as well. And then with the number 38, that adds up to 11. So this, again, going to the soulmate dynamic, the twin flame dynamic, twin flame journey. And if that whole twin flame thing does not resonate with you, just remember, we are our own twin flame as well. The union of that divine masculine, divine feminine within us is the, twin flame journey that every single person on this planet is actually currently on. Those that are raising their vibration are definitely on that personal twin flame journey. But others take it a step further and then also have an external to them twin flame incarnated, but others have their twin flame not incarnated. So some of you might be on a twin flame journey, and it's very funny because we got triple moon, so it's like twins and then triplets. So some people do believe that you can have more than one twin flame. I don't really know where I stand on that, just because my twin flame is not incarnated, and I'm more focused on my personal internal twin flame journey more than, with a person or something outside of myself. But some of you might just be really tuned into the whole twin flame union and twin flame runner chaser scenario, and just everything that you read online about twin flames or just intuitively know about twin flames. And that just might be your ticket or your message to let you know you picked the right pile if you've been on a twin flame journey of any kind. All right, so what else? Let's go ahead and get the tarot. See any other messages or signs the universe is sending you. What does it all mean? Just anything we need to know to decode these messages. All right, so we have here the 10 of Swords and the White Newman. Okay. So someone watching is in the process of ending a relationship, or really wanting to end some sort of partnership or relationship. Or if it's not the person you're wanting to end things with, it's a dynamic within the relationship that needs to shift, needs to change. And I'm saying needs because I think you guys already know that, things definitely need to change, or we can't go on like this, whatever that looks like. even if you guys are in a really good place, but there's just one aspect of the relationship that you're just like, I don't like when this happens. That could be what we're talking about. But for others of you, this is like, goodbye, clean slate. I'm done with this person. I'm done with this toxicity. I'm done with this energy. I'm ready to untie the karmic knot of this karmic relationship and move on with my life. But again, that's not going to resonate for everybody. So whatever end of the spectrum, or if you're somewhere right in the middle, take what resonates. With the white new moon, this is almost like a full card energy, but this is a brand new, bright, and new beginning for you. But we're taking that full energy a step further. And one of my recent thoughts on the Fool, yes, it's all about taking that leap and, just having that beginner's mindset. But to me, we can take that Fool a step further. And I've been doing this a lot lately when I pull the Fool in my own personal readings for myself, that the Fool, think back to like the days of the bard and the minstrel and the jester, the court jester. Yes, these people were a form of entertainment, but they almost lived outside the rules because, yes, maybe they were lesser than the nobles and the ladies and the kings and the queens of the day, but yet they didn't have to abide by the same social norms and rules that these, quote-unquote hierarchy, higher people up on the food chain or the hierarchy had to abide by. So it almost brought them this sense of freedom. So you guys might be feeling like, wow, if I had all this responsibility of this title or this amount of subscribers or this sort of social status, I may not be able to have the freedom that I have now. So it's almost like you're coming to this realization that your life is pretty good. You're in a pretty good place. Because I used to think this too, like, oh, these poor famous people, like I would feel sorry for them because they couldn't even go incognito to the store with no makeup on without some paparazzi or some fan or someone catching a glimpse of them, taking a picture, posting it online, or, them just being completely bombarded and everyone wanting an autograph or wanting a piece of them, wanting their attention. And maybe you felt that way energetically, like everyone just wants a piece of me and I just want to be left alone. And guess what? If that's been your case, just feeling very overburdened, very extroverted when all you want to do is be introverted, you're going to have a time and place coming up where you can have that time and space and breath that you need, that so many of you desperately need, just a vacation or a break from something. I'm also really tuned into these really like neon green colors here as well, which of course do resonate with the heart chakra, but they're a lightening of the heart chakra. This is a very deep and rich green color in this malachite, but this is a very light and airy green compared to the malachite. So it's almost like you're doing some sort of healing by embracing all aspects of yourself and releasing, letting go of what's no longer serving you, cutting the cords, releasing those karmic knots. And I think I mentioned this in group 1, but very soon I do have my cord removal meditation coming, quite possibly to Patreon first, and it will also be something that you can purchase just as a download for yourself, and it's going to probably be somewhere around $5, very, very cost effective, but it is so powerful to help you remove cords, and you can do this meditation over and over for every single person in your life. And sometimes there's layers to healing and layers to cords that we think, oh, I did a cord cutting or a cord removal, I should be completely done with that person's energy, but like not so fast. it goes deeper and deeper. But this meditation will help you go as deep as you possibly physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually can in every given session that you do the meditation. But you can even create your own kind of meditation within your own head and do this now. You do not have to wait for my meditation or anyone else's meditation to do this. This is something you have the power to do right now. So more signs Spirit is sending you also is purple. I'm seeing, the color purple here on her elbow and purple. So purples, greens, and reds are kind of the colors Spirit is projecting to you, or anything with the color scheme. If you see all three of those colors together, pay close attention. If you signs or symbols of flowers in these colors or people wearing these colors, pay attention. We also have a bull here, so there might be a prominent Taurus in your life or just even the symbol of the bull. I'm almost reading this thing up here between the horns as like a compass or maybe even like a pocket watch, so that could be another sign you are getting. So what do some of these signs mean? How can we interpret some of these signs for pile 2? Okay, we have here, I am protected by source. Yes, so any, entanglements you have gotten yourself into or feel like you can't get out of. Yes, you can, because remember, you have the resilience here in this succulent card. You are protected. You are guided. Even if it feels like every single person you've ever come across has their hooks in you in some way, you are intimately and ultimately protected. So clearing this energetic cording and maybe even physical connections to people that just are no longer serving you can really benefit you and really help strengthen this bubble or orb of protection that is around you. Again, with the color purple, look at this. And then we have more purple. I clear my energy field. That's exactly what we've been talking about with that meditation and just pulling out all these cords that are in her back here and untying the knot. That's a way to clear the energy. When something's all jumbled up, the energy can't flow smoothly. And now they're showing me like a very cluttered space, a very cluttered home. Now I'm coughing internally, like my ego's coming through like, yeah, you too, Amanda, your closet over here with all your card decks, and like the floor of the closet's got, you know, pictures and stuff from my kids that they made and pillows and just all sorts of randomness that I need to, you know, clear and declutter so that I can have a clear energy field just in my own mental space and my energetic field as well. It would be really nice. And you guys are getting this message to clear your space, your energy, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything in between and all the cracks and crevices. But you are protected as you clear your energy. All right, what other signs, symbols, synchronicities, or messages does Spirit have for group 2? All right, so we have here Earth, home. Look at that. So you might be seeing a lot of globe symbolism. I mean, we did have like the compass and the watch, you know, the circular symbolism. So things that are circular could be a smiley face, could be, you know, this symbol, could be a pocket watch or a clock, an earth, a globe, a planet, a pearl, you know, a crystal. We got all these crystals over here that are, I was going to use on my table, but I didn't want to clutter it up too much. Yes, the earth and the symbolism of home. Maybe even seeing the word home written on a lot of things is going to be a sign coming for you. We got the number 14, which adds up to 5. So big changes are coming to your home life and to your home front. For some of you, going back to that relationship, you're undoing or releasing, letting go of someone who currently lives in your home. That could look like divorce for some of you. But if that is not already on your radar, that is not your message. So please, only take what resonates. We also have mountain with intention. And this is something I've been saying a lot here on this channel and also on my live stream channel, Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Check it out if you've never been there. We have a great time over there. But wow, I keep saying setting intentions is everything. You know, one of the times a lot of us will set intentions is when we say our prayers, or, you know, a lot of times people will bless their food. That's setting an intention that that food will nourish you, and, you know, saying grace or prayers. Even if you're not someone who is religious, if you consider yourself spiritual, not religious, that is just great. But this is really tuning in to the fact that we cast spells constantly. Yes, I know so many people can get triggered by the word witch or spell. It doesn't have to be dark. It doesn't have to have a negative connotation. It's just a lot of us been programmed to think that the word witch or the word spell is very bad, whilst under complete mind control by the current system that's in place. It's very funny how we think one thing's evil and another thing that is evil actually isn't, and all sorts of stuff. But we literally set intentions with everything and can take it up a notch when we are very conscious of the intentions we are setting. Some of you might even feel like you have this huge mountain to overcome, or needing this trip to the mountains. For some of you, going on a trip to the mountains, doing some traveling. We got the globe here, we got some mountains. Getting out in nature is going to be huge for you guys. Getting natural element signs, symbols, and synchronicities from spirit as well. Spirit animals, nature, things from nature, flowers, plants, trees, mountains, all these things can be signs that spirit is sending you. We also have the number 25 here, which adds up to a 7. So this is all about 2023 vibes, because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. So it's going to be a very introspective year, a very self-love, self-care, self-knowledge, I want to know who I am on a deep soul level kind of year for everyone on the planet, everybody. So even if you're not experiencing a personal year number 7, you're still tuning into the universal year number 7 energies that underlie everything on the planet. Okay, let's get some story cubes in the mix. We're going to pull 3 of these. So we have here well, it's funny because I almost read that as a microphone, but now I'm seeing it's some sort of submarine. So going down in the depths, that's what we're being asked to do. That's what we were just talking about with that future, 2023 energy. We have an arrow, and I want to say it's going to be pointing to the right, which to me indicates like future energy. So really tuning in, going to the depths, into the future. And then we have a ball dropping right next to this person. It's almost like it just completely fell right out of the sky. It's like Chicken Little. The sky is falling. And, kind of the whole message of that is, people crying wolf. But something's actually really happening. Something that you kept thinking, maybe intuitively, this is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen. Or that's going to happen. This person's going to do this. Person's going to say that. And then it doesn't happen. But you were tuning in. You really were tuned in. And it's going to actually happen. Or something you've been saying that you want to manifest, and you've tried and you've tried and you've tried. This is going to be the year that it manifests for you. Or this is going to be the time frame. I'm seeing like the next 3 to 6 months, you're really working diligently. Between now and the next 6 months, I really should say. But between that 3 to 6 month period, you're really in the zone with this big manifestation that you are trying to bring to fruition in your life. But again, it's going to require going into the depths. And it's funny because on the other side of this submarine, we have like a skull and crossbones. Like, it's not going to be easy. And a lot of times we kind of have to die, these mini ego deaths and sometimes big ego deaths to really get that shadow integrated into our light. And also tuning into the inner child is such a big theme, specifically with getting out in nature. A lot of us as children just lived and thrived and just adored nature. So that is what is coming through for you, group number 2. I hope this resonated for you. Please feel free to let me know below any stories you want to share, any thoughts you have. And at the time of my filming, we're nearing 800 subscribers. And when I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I am going to be paying it forward, giving back to you guys by selecting a comment. I'm going to be selecting comments on any of my pick a card readings. And I also remember I do have daily readings. That's not what I'm including in this, but feel free to still comment on the daily readings as well. But any of my pick a card readings, feel free to leave a related comment in that video to count as an entry into the giveaway. That's all you have to do besides also being a subscriber. And that will be coming very soon, hopefully, if we can get those next 200, and I think we're about 232 subscribers away at this point. So get yourself in on some of that action so you can win yourself a free reading. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, group 2, right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys, bye. Hello there, and welcome to your reading, group number 3. This is going to be a message from the universe. What do the signs, the symbols, synchronicities that Spirit is sending you, what does it all mean? We're going to try to decode as much of that as we possibly can in this reading. And you selected the Bumblebee Jasper, which resonates with that wonderful solar plexus energy. And it's very interesting because I actually picked the stones before I drew the cards, and I just lined them out 1, 2, 3, and then I set the cards, per pile, and I was just elated when this wonderful sunflower came out. As you might know, this is kind of a symbol or a theme here on my channel of the sunflower, so I love it. So this is about really tuning into that yellow energy, wearing yellow, seeing the color yellow, getting messages through sunflowers or bumblebees, quite possibly, or bumblebee jasper, but really tuning in to your spiritual path. We've got the number 34 here, which adds up to 7, and 2023, the time of my filming this, we're still in 2022, but in the year 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals a 7. Universal numerology number 7 for 2023, which is all about introspection, sometimes being in that kind of hermit mode, wanting to be alone, learning and diving really deep and learning as much as you can about you on a deeper and more soul level, wanting to know your human design, your birth chart, your numerology, quite possibly. You guys are diving deep this year, and we all are on a universal, humanity is really diving deep or wanting or yearning or needing to dive even deeper. So let's go ahead and see what other signs, symbols, synchronicities, and the messages, what does it all mean, coming through for you. We have insight, and it says here, opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. So you guys are abso-freaking-lutely tuning deeper into your spiritual gifts. With that 34, I already knew this was going to be a very spiritual pile. And then the sunflower, the word here is action. Oh my gosh, stop it. I did not even know this. Oh wow. Let me just tune in up here. we've got 34, and then the inverse, 43. So mirrors of themselves, mirrors of each other. So maybe even the mirror symbolism, literally seeing a mirror, we're looking into a mirror, but also mirrors are all the relationships that we are in, mirrors of who we are on an inside level. So, wow. I am loving this already, you guys. Of course, my little thing on the table is not allowing me to set the cards where I want them to. So maybe it's going to be like, you know what you want to do, but like, you just can't get quite started yet, or know exactly how to do it, or just kind of external forces are kind of making it. You know, there's symbolism literally even in the way I'm laying these cards out right now. But using your third eye, using your intuition, using also your clairvoyance, your claircognizance, your clairaudience, all the clairsentience, all of them, to know what actions are the right actions for you to take to tune into your ultimate happiness and your highest path coming up. With this 43 card here, with the infinity here, it says unlimited potential. And of course, the infinity symbol is like a sideways 8. So it's almost like progression, though, from the 7 to the 8. But also, look up angel number 77. There's going to be some little homework for you to look that up. Also, you can look into the symbol of the sunflower to get some additional guidance, or the symbolism of the infinity sign, which to me really resonates with the magician card in tarot, of being able to tap into your own unlimited potential. Because remember, we are very limited when we come into this human incarnation as far as our light and our gifts and our abilities and our just ways we can expand are very limited and kind of capped. But that all being said, yes, in the 3D matrix we are capped. When our ego is in like the front row seat, or like in the driver's seat, I should say, that is when we are capped. Our potential is totally capped when that's going on. But every single one of us also, at the same time, that being said, has the potential to break through that ego, break through that 3D matrix, and really ground yourself into the organic 5D matrix, where unlimited potential is just really literally unlimited and endless for you. But again, it takes so much strength and resilience and introspection, tuning into your, of course, your physical gifts, but also your extra sensory abilities as well, to really be able to tune into that energy that a lot of us will call magic or miracles. So let's go ahead and get some tarot in the mix. Any additional signs, symbols, synchronicities? What does it all mean? What do the signs and symbols, synchronicities group 3 has already been seeing? What does it all mean? It's kind of an all-encompassing reading. We're getting some information about what the signs and symbols and synchronicities Spirit might be sending. Man, that's a lot of S's. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. Maybe you're going to the seashore. Look, we've got people literally at the seashore here, just vibing, hanging out, having some fun, gatherings, get-togethers, maybe even vacations. Seeing a lot of ocean symbolism. Also this kind of turquoisey aqua color, but also yellow. So turquoise and aqua, kind of a blue and yellow, kind of a union between, you know, the color palette from the solar plexus is yellow, the heart is green, and of course also pink. We got some pink leggings kind of going on here, and then we've got the throat, which is that kind of lighter blue, and of course between the heart and the throat, we've got that higher heart chakra, which to me is a very aqua color because it's a mix between the throat and the heart chakra. So wearing any of these colors would be very powerful for you, or maybe you're just really drawn or attracted to a lot of things in the yellow, green, and blue color spectrum. The cooler, well, kind of warm of the yellow going into the cooler end of the color spectrum. We also have the 6 of Swords here, so there's a lot of healing. A lot of these sign, symbols, synchronicities you're seeing in, your reality, in your dreams, in your meditations, just, out in your day-to-day life. A lot of this stuff is indicating you are on a very deep healing journey. Again, to unite or reunite with those deeper aspects of yourself. This is very powerful. I'm also really tuning back into this card now with the message of being able to at any point flip that page and have a fresh canvas, a fresh paper from which to create anything. You could draw an owl. You could draw a house. You could draw a bunch of scribbles. It's all up to you. It's up to what you want to create, what you want to do. Some of you are doing something or expanding an online platform, and the signs and symbols are telling you, hey, yes, now is the time to start that platform. Now is the time to get your name out there, or get your art or your creativity out there, or your content, whatever that looks like specifically for you, because it's going to attract a lot of new soul family into your life. Soul brother, soul sister energy, soul family coming in to embrace you, support you, love you, and just be there every step of the way. Even if they're living their own lives, you just know on a deeper level they have your back and you have their back. But also diving into the depths of yourself with this 34 and 43 energy, the universal year number 7. Even if you're watching this in 2024, 25, 28, I don't even know if this will still be up here in like, I don't know, the year 2050. But if you're watching in 2050, hi, how is the future? I hope that, we've all made it. But what I'm really seeing with this, all jokes aside, is you are the one. Normally in the traditional Rider-Waite depiction, we've got someone ferrying this boat for her. But no, she's taking charge, taking the lead on her own healing. She doesn't need someone to be that facilitator and do it for her. You're becoming your own mentor, your own teacher, your own guide. The more along your spiritual journey you go, you realize, yes, having the support of people outside of you is absolutely amazing and great, but you're the one that's doing your own inner work. You're the one that you need to tune into your insight, your intuition above anything external to you. All right, some additional guidance. What do these signs and symbols mean, please? Tell us what they mean. What do they all mean for group 3? I'm sorry, I'm having fun. Ooh, this came out in group 2. I clear my energy field. Yes, this is letting you know. And to me, the sun, of course, the sunflower is what we have here, but the sunflower will turn their face to face the sun. And guess what? If the sun isn't out or the sun is obscured, what do those sunflowers do? They face each other because they realize we are also the light. And it's so beautiful how that is. But I'm really tuning into the purification energy of the sun. Solar energy, solar waves can really purify and cleanse, and even leaving crystals in the sun too long can bleach them and really cleanse them of their color. So we got to be careful with our usage of the sun, obviously, but even if it is the middle of winter when you're watching this and the sun hasn't been out for weeks, just tuning in and knowing and almost envisioning and feeling that sun on your face, you can tune into that energy without actually being in the experience of that energy, because we are all quantum creatures. We are quantum souls. Just having this, very limited time, as a master, I should say, experience right now. But it says here, I was called here on a mission, and absolutely you were. And so many of you are taking your next big step on that mission. You're ferrying your own boat, maybe even going into the unknown, going into the depths of who you are on a deeper level, and realizing, wow, what did I sign up for? But like in a good way. Normally you're like, what did I sign up for? And just like in a toxic or negative or sad way, like, oh man, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Take me home. Make things better. Please, Spirit, help me out. But now you're like, no, I was made to do this. I'm excited to do this, whatever this is. I just see you expanding your presence, your platform, your reach, your inspiration toward other people. People are feeling so inspired by you. It's like huge. It's very huge. But the signs are letting you know that even though you are in communication or a lot of eyes are on you this year, that you can continually clear your energy field so that you don't feel codependent or weighed down so much, like maybe you had in the past where you were letting people in and then it was just too much and it became too much and you just had to push everybody away. You're realizing you can have a nice balance between other people's energy and your energy. Okay. What additional signs, symbols, synchronicities, or messages do we have for group 3? There it is. Okay, first card out was the lightning with breakthrough. I want to say I even used the word breakthrough for you guys, but it might have been group 2. I can't remember now. Sometimes these readings just really run. There is such a collective theme with all 3 piles that a lot of times it's just so collective. But with the number 21, you might be seeing a lot of the number 21. And right as I said that, I've been seeing that number a lot. So yeah, maybe this is my pile. I don't know. I didn't set an intention to pick a pile today. But we also have the number 20. So 20 into 21. Then we have Jasmine here with sensuality. So lightning. Seeing a lot of lightning symbolism. Lightning on t-shirts. Lightning in pictures. Or seeing lightning physically coming through the clouds wherever you live. Jasmine, also smelling jasmine, jasmine scented candles, jasmine scented perfume, lotions, body wash. That's something that you can really utilize to tune into your own, earthly experience, because the word sensuality always reminds me of the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is all about really experiencing the physical pleasures of life, the luxurious things, and just really embodying this sense of just being in the body, which can be very difficult. And I think it is and has been very difficult for you, Group 3, to be at home in your body. Many of you are almost disconnected from your body, or you're very up in your heads or the more spiritual realms a lot of the time, that you are just like, going about your life and you're like, wow, I'm really cold. How did I get so cold? How did I not notice until now? It's because you are up in these higher chakras and higher realms. But this is letting you know that it's time to really get present and get grounded into your physical body. Because on a conscious level, subconscious and soul level, you are from higher realms. But you didn't come here to just exist in higher realms. You came here also to exist in the material world. It doesn't have to mean 3D matrix, because you guys are checking yourself right up on out of there and literally setting the intention, specifically when you go to sleep at night. I no longer play in the astral realm or any 3D matrix or construct at all. No false light constructs here for me at all anymore. Once I realized I could set intentions and break out of that, break through, yes, you're breaking through the matrix, then you can set that intention to connect to the organic 5D matrix and beyond. Because that's really the lowest point we want to be in on this planet, is the 5D, because this planet was technically designed to operate really well in the 5th dimension, 6th dimension, and 7th dimension. But a lot of us, of course right now, are very immersed in the 3D false matrix. It's not even a true matrix. It's a simulation blueprint or grid or prison that was put over the organic matrix. But you guys don't have to operate in that prison planet matrix anymore. You can lift yourself right up on out, because you were called on a mission to get out of that matrix and help others ascend out of that matrix as well. But the best way and only way you're really going to be able to do it is to get present in the present moment in your physical body. Your consciousness is already ascended on, a higher level. It's the physical body that is needing to ascend in this life for those that are on an ascension path. Not everybody is on an ascension path, but this is your message specifically to remind you to get present, to feel your body, to fuel your body in a way that is going to really help your mission here. And that, for some of you, looks like walking away from toxic relationships, walking away from toxic habits, belief systems, ways that you treat your body that just are not serving you, to treat yourself with the utmost respect and love and abundance. This is someone, they're showing me like the vision of like the queen or some like lady laying in these beautiful satin pillows, and these, gorgeous men are like feeding her grapes. Well, you're going to be the one feeding your beautiful divine feminine energy the grapes by treating yourself with the utmost care, love, respect, and just everything that will make you feel completely at home in not only your physical vessel, but your consciousness as well here on this planet. Okay, let's go ahead and get a couple story cubes in the mix. Alright, so we have, you can't make this stuff up. We've got a sunflower, okay, there's just double message with the sunflowers, and be very important. We've got a treasure chest that is opening, and there's like 3 little beams of light coming out, and a hand. And I just heard talk to the hand, that expression from the 90s. Talk to the hand, because the face don't understand. Anyone else remember that? Oh my goodness, talk to the hand, but was also another thing like, yeah, I'm not here for this anymore. So you're kind of just saying, talk to the hand, to the habits, the relationships, the situations, the belief systems that just aren't serving you anymore. And you are facing the sun to really, like, I'm seeing your face is almost like a solar panel, and the more, more figuratively speaking than literally, don't just go out and sunburn yourself. But it's almost like you're tuning to face your happiness, because the sun does represent to me happiness, that childlike sense of wonder, with the child riding the horse in the traditional Rider-Waite depiction in tarot of the sun card. Just that youthful spirit, that youthful energy, that happiness, that joy. That's what you're turning toward, and you're saying no to anything that isn't that. And if you don't see any of that, you're finding those connections in your life, like the sunflowers facing the sun, and when the sun's not out, they face each other. That's what you're doing with this double Sunfire. Ooh, I like that. Sunfire. Wasn't there like a car called the Pontiac Sunfire? I think that was a car in like the 90s once again. So maybe you're really doing a lot of nostalgia for 90s. That's the second 90s reference I've gotten for you guys. Talk to the hand and Pontiac Sunfire. But I'm really tuning back in also to my childhood, but this was closer into the 80s when I was born in 82, so I'm an older one over here. But when I would go to the dentist, my reward would be this dentist that we had this treasure box full of like sticky hands and slime and little slinkies and, you know, just little fun candies and stuff that you could pick one prize out of the little treasure chest. And I always, since I was a child, anytime I see a treasure chest, it's just very exciting. Speaking of, because I do have my own little treasure chest over here, let's get you a message or two out of that treasure chest. But to me, really what this is saying is the deeper you go within to your own, you know, psyche and your own soul, you're uncovering so many hidden treasures and talents that it's not even funny. It's so powerful for you guys. Let's go ahead and get a treasure box message as well. There's so many things in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a couple. Put those guys back in. They're not tucking very well, but I'll fix that later. That's not what we're here for. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Oh my goodness. What was I saying about like feeding yourself grapes? Very sensual energy. It's almost like you're the one feeding yourself your own grapes or your own cherries. I just love that little message. And it says here, with the universe as my partner, I go from success to success. So reminder that you are not alone. You have that soul family. You have that galactic family, star family, you know, beyond the veil. You got the universe's help everywhere you go, every step of the way. Yes, you're maybe feeling like you're doing it alone, like on a human level, but you still have that support because she's looking to her support without expecting them to do the work for her. Do you see that? That's powerful. And we also have here, I release the need to blame anyone, including myself. I think that's just a message in and of itself. I don't even need to dive deeper because it's going to be different for each of you. Wow. This was powerful, Group 3. Thank you for hanging out so we could really channel these very powerful and breakthrough energies here. I love this. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing a little piece of your heart with us today. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys. And at the time of my filming, we're nearing 800 subscribers. And when I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I am going to be paying it forward, giving back to you guys by selecting a comment. I'm going to be selecting comments on any of my pick a card readings. And I also remember I do have daily readings. That's not what I'm including in this, but feel free to still comment on the daily readings as well. But any of my pick a card readings, feel free to leave a related comment in that video to count as an entry into the giveaway. That's all you have to do besides also being a subscriber. And that will be coming very soon, hopefully, if we can get those next 200 and I think we're about 232 subscribers away at this point. So get yourself in on some of that action so you can win yourself a free reading. Thank you so much, Group 3, for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and your donations. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys. Bye.